And as mentioned, it builds strong habits, it prevents overspending, and ensures that your future is prioritized before the lifestyle. Also make it automatic. Make it so that the first 10% is deducted as soon as it hits your account. There's an automatic transfer to a different account which you do not see, or it would take you some effort to log into it to see the numbers. By that, you remove the workload. You also make it easy for you to make the best financial choice. And you can soon start using some of this air in your budget, which you have created. By taking out costs and increasing savings, you can take some of this and start investing. And we'll get to that later, more hands-on, in lesson 3. Another habit from one of my favorite financial books, The Richest Man in Babylon, says, live below your means. And there's a quote from the book that says, what each of us calls our necessary expenses will always grow to equal our income unless we protest to the contrary. And this is the typical trap when you get a little bit more money, you simply just start upgrading your life, spending more. And if this happened, and as soon as your income increases, your cost increases the same, we don't really go anywhere. There's nothing aside to building assets or growing your money or making your money grow for you. The book, The Millionaire Next Door, also put emphasis on this, that you have to spend less than you earn consistently. And this is the foundation of financial stability and long-term wealth. And this is exactly because you use some of this air, some of these savings to build assets, to invest in funds, to invest, to some point later on in life, have these assets pay you back in dividends or capital gains or whatever, for you to use that to upgrade your life and not simply the earnings of your income. The main point here is about wealth isn't your income. It's about what you keep and can keep on building. With this leads us on to the next habit, which is giving every dollar a job, and here is a quote from, you need a budget. You're not deciding what to do with your money after it's gone. You're deciding before. And this again is about making a plan, aligning beforehand your spending with your priorities, and making sure that you take control of your money, or else it will take control of you. And this is also building on the concept of if you make a plan first and try to divide your payment into different buckets of this is cost, this is saving for myself, emergency funds, this is fund money, this is fund investments, and so on. You had a plan starting out, and also you have something to look back on and say, okay, I didn't succeed with this plan, but why did that happen? Which cost got out of line? Were you too optimistic of how much you could save? It allows you to reflect, and it also allows you to go back and really pinpoint where things went wrong. So in total, managing your spending habits, it's not too much about math. It's more about behavior. It's about your daily choices and systems, and you actively making a plan. It's about being aware, both of your emotions and your habits, but also checking in on your account on a daily basis. It's about recognizing triggers and replacing these mindless purchases with intentional decisions and making the choice of a mindset where you create and you stack these habits on top of each other over decades. And it's about designing an environment which fosters better habits and better choices in general. And by doing this, you will consistently be able to save more money, which can be invested on your route to being more financially free.